What's up, guys? My name is Jalapapeno, and today we are back in Everlasting Summer. We're gonna keep our day 3 load game. Who is marching forward in a lot? It is our Pioneer Squad. Set the cursor over here. Pioneers in a lot usually march to the canteen in Soviet camp. I was looking for a place where no one would disturb me, just like it happened before, so I can eat in peace. And for that I have to be at least not the last one to come. At least not the last one to come. But I was pretty sure whatever happens here happens whether I want it or not. The canteen was as full as an egg. Are eggs like all the way full? I don't know. Olga Dmitrievna was standing at the entrance, guarding like a hawk. Well, Semyon, were you working hard today? Hard enough. Well done, truly well done, and the hardest is yet to come. You bet. Fine, take a seat next to the girls. She pointed at the table next to the pillar. Slavia, Juliana, and Lena were already sitting there. Not a bad company. At least, not the worst one. I took the meal and came up to them. Don't mind if I sit here, ladies. I caught myself sounding a bit scenic. There were no other free places anyway. Yes, of course. Please do. Lena remained silent. What? Why you gotta be hating? Today the meal consisted of a plate of borscht. I suspected some meat to be lurking in it, but I had no evidence of that. Some poultry, chances are Chicanus domesticus, with fried potatoes and a traditional glass of compote. I found myself liking the local food more and more. I guess I just came to a conclusion that I have no other choice, which means that there's no use in complaining. Thank God there's something to eat. Coming to the dance party tonight? I don't know. Though I already had my arrangements with Elisa. He'll come no matter where. He's got nowhere to go. Juliana said happily. My brain just farted right there. You will come for sure. Of course, I can't miss the opportunity to watch you make a fool of yourself. She's got it right, so I decided not to reply. And what about you? I asked Luna. Yes, she replied briefly. See, you should go too then, said Slavia as if leaving me no choice. Don't forget to put your tailcoat on. Apparently, Juliana was so pleased with her joke that she laughed out loud. Ha 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 ha. But I really had nothing to wear. My wardrobe was just a pioneer uniform and winter clothes, which would be inappropriate even in the evening. And what will you be dressed in, entertainer? Secret. Ha! Will it be a little dress just like in kindergarten's matinee? Julia have turned red. Looks like I managed to offend her. She looks so much older. Look at that collarbone. That collarbone is sticking out right there. And that vein popping out her forehead. Probably need to get that checked out. No, I will wear a biohazard suit just so I don't get any infection from you. Ooh, burn! I wonder what kind of infection are you planning to get from me? Enough, you guys. Don't quarrel. Imbecility, of course. Looks like Juliana was highly pleased with her, as she thought. Brilliant answer again. Oh, at her. Brilliant answer, yeah. You know, if you already have a flu, you can't catch a cold. It's a game for two. What are you implying, sir? Oh, nothing at all. I looked away slyly. Do you mean that? Juliana smash! Oh. She got red again. I don't mean anything. Guys! Oh gosh. Given that it was Lena who interfered, probably it was really time to stop. You'll get what you're asking for. What? You finally gonna grow wiser? What was that sound? Instead of replying, Juliana grabbed her plate filled with borscht and toppled it over my head. This game meant an unexpected finale. Oh, you little... She jumped up and tried to run away. But this time she won't get away. I grabbed her hand. And now what? I can't just smash her head against the table. This mime show lasted 3 seconds. Suddenly, Juliana skillfully grabbed a glass full of compote and splashed it in my face. That way she managed to get my hand off her. She dashed off to the counter and I chased her. This resulted in several flip tables, a pile of smashed tableware, 5 crippled pioneers with various injuries, and full exhaustion of both parties. A draw, sort of. A belligerent draw, with too much of belligerence. We stood before each other and breathed heavily. Tell me you won't behave this way again. And you, oh, Olga Dmitrievna sneaked on us from behind. When you looked down on it, such a riot couldn't be unnoticed. Well, are you satisfied with yourself now? Her voice appeared to be calm, but I was sure she was just about to explode. And who's gonna clean up all this mess? Exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. Who? I'm asking you. Who? Him! Replied Uliana with full confidence. Her! I objected less confidently. Both! The camp leader has given a quietus to this ongoing argument. Generally, I wasn't sure that my share of the blame is more than hers, although Uliana didn't have a drop of guilt on her face. Beat it! I'm not cleaning. Ain't nobody got time for that. Really? Really? This is his fault. He started first. No, it isn't. Oh, yes it is. I'm not going to sort out all that nonsense. Semyon, go grab a mop, a bucket, some cloth, you know, that kind of stuff in the closet. And you, she looked at Uliana with such a burning gaze that I felt a bit sorry for the girl. You! That's the kind of noise that she would be making, Uliana would. You! Start to collect the broken tableware immediately. Olga Dmitrievna took a breath and continued. You're nothing but a trouble. How many times have I told you? I decided to skip the lecture and went to the closet that appeared to be near the exit. Suddenly, a perfect idea flashed in my head. Why don't I just run away? Sure, Olga Dmitrievna has got us already, but I'm not the one to blame. Of course, I'm not that true pioneer she keeps talking about, but in comparison to Uliana, anyway, she's the principal culprit. It's not like I have nothing better to do than cleaning up the mess here. I have to sneak the answers. Seek the answers, not sneak the answers. That's a different camp. The truth is out there, somehow. Flashed through my mind. We can't just run away. We're gonna get caught if we run away. We gotta stay in hell. Nah, running away is barely a good idea. For starters, gotta move my cursor. For starters, Olga Dmitrievna has caught me already, and dashing off would only aggravate my punishment. As well as that, I indeed was partially guilty. Of course it was all her fault. But if I hadn't reacted like that, probably we would have avoided this thrashing. Probably. I have opened the cabinet and took a broom, a mop, and a dustpan. Olga Dmitrievna wasn't anywhere near Uliana by the time. She's gone. Can't you see it yourself? Yeah. Uliana looked upset. With all her youthful spirit vanished without a trace. Okay, hang on a sec. I'll go and wash myself a bit first. I shot her an angry glance and headed to the exit. I've washed the scraps of lunch off myself and returned to the canteen. Well, no escape. We had to clean it up. It's all because of you. It was all worth it. Okay, just a single gaze of hers gave me the creeps. Of course, that's me who's guilty of everything. That's me who's a local natural hazard. Oh, shut up. Still, it's kind of strange that she's not trying to avoid this cleanup duty. Uliana had a solid opportunity to just run away and leave me alone. But somehow she did the exact opposite, diligently gathering broken plate fragments, mopping the floor, picking up the chairs and tables. In fact, she was so fast that I had a tough time keeping my pace with her. Now, ain't you suddenly acting goody-goody? There should be a question mark there, actually. It's not like I want to spend the whole day here, you dork. She sounded irritated. You dork! I'm so offended. Oh my gosh, I gotta leave, guys. Listen, you gotta understand that one can't behave like that, at least to such an extent. Somehow I thought of doing some moral talks with her. Moral talks, either way. I haven't done a thing. It was you who was calling me names. Uliana grabbed a bucket with a mop and went to the farthest corner of the canteen. Looks like she's still angry. Looking back at the mountain of broken tableware, I finally got to understand the scale of the catastrophe. We're lucky that at least the forks and spoons are made of metal. We still got something to eat with.